Today we are going to work on practicing Google Classroom. So some of you may be more experienced than others, but you're going to work your way through the classroom practice, and then once you have mastered it, then I will have you practice working on your 50 states, okay, to make sure you know where they are. So I'm going to turn off the webcam so that you can see my screen. All right, the first thing that you need to do is go to classroom.google.com in your address bar. If you're not already logged into Google, then you will need to log in. To add a new class, you need to click on the plus sign, and then you need to click Join Class. Enter the code for your class period that's posted on the board, and then click Join when it's highlighted. Okay, now that you are in a class, I'm just going to use period 7 for practice here. Once you're in a class, you should see your stream, the students that are in your class, as well as the About section. Now this About section has some important things in it. So the first thing I want you to do is add this to the favorites bar. In order to do that, you see my cursors up here, you need to click on the star, and when it turns gold, it will be bookmarked for you, and it will show up in the bookmarks bar up here next time you open Google Chrome when you're on the computer. Now some nice features in the About section of Classroom are the syllabus for this class. This is the policies, the grading policies, my contact information, and everything that is important about this class. With the name of the textbook and things like that is located here, so you can click on that and read that on your own time. My website, which we will come back to at the end of this video, and the weekly plan. Each class period has its own weekly plan. The weekly plan is where you reference what we are doing in class each day. The do now is there, the homework is there, and our agenda will be posted there for each day. So I'd like you to open the weekly plan for your class period and review it. So you can pause this video while you review the weekly plan for your class. Once you are done reviewing the weekly plan, I would like you to open the Google Calendar up here. You can either view it in Classroom or open in Google Calendar. This is a nice feature that will show you upcoming assignments. They will also show up in your stream. When you are done reviewing these materials, click back to go back to your stream and begin the Google Classroom practice. So the first task is to click on the Google Forms task. So click where it says Google Forms and open that up. You need to answer the questions. So first name and last name. What period number you're in, so put the number, and then answer the 2 questions in the Google form, and then submit the Google form. Pause the video while you are working to submit the form. Once you are done with the Google form, I want you to open up the Practice Classroom Google Doc. So open up that practice, and we have a few tasks that we are going to do. In this practice document, I want you to practice several different things. The first thing I want you to do is change the font. So to change the font, you highlight the text with your cursor and then change the font to something else. There's a bunch of different fonts in here, so pick something that you like. I'm going to pick Happy Monkey. So that's how you change the font. Then I want you to change the color of the font. So I'm going to go over here to the A, text color. I'm going to change the color of the font to blue. You can choose any color that you like. So now I changed my font and I changed the color. Next, I'm going to answer the question. What famous historical figure is Key Middle School named after? And I put his name in the box. And then I'm going to insert an image. So to insert an image, you need to go up to Insert, Image, and then you can upload, but you don't have any on your computer. So you want to go all the way over here to Search, and you're doing a Google image search while in Classroom. I want you to search for a picture of Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president, who led the Union during the Civil War and helped guide Reconstruction. So I'm going to pick this first picture. That's fine with me. You can choose another one if you see one you like better. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click Select, and that image is now in my document. It's a little too big though, so I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to drag the corner back so that he's a little bit smaller. Now if you pick the bar up here or on the side, he looks more squished. You don't want him to look squished. So always drag pictures from the corners so that they maintain their dimensions and they don't look too squished. All right, after you have practiced those tasks in Google Classroom, your document should have a turn-in button right here where my cursor is. I want you to turn in your document to me in Google Classroom. So once you have turned it in, you should no longer be able to edit it. And that is how I can grade your materials in Google Classroom. Once you have completed this Google Classroom practice, it should say completed. I want you to go back to the About section. You are going to go to Mrs. Panicucci's website. On this website are reminders, a link to Google Classroom, the textbook webpage, some extra resources to help you like Mr. Burns' website. But right now we are going to focus on the games. So go over here to the Welcome menu and click Games. I've created review games for each quarter. So in the games, today we are going to focus on your geography. So that's what comes up first. It's the states game. So I want you to click on the states game. It should open in a new tab. Now in this game, you are going to pick the state. So it says pick Maine. So I'm going to pick Maine. And it will keep track of how many states you get right. So for instance, the second state is Ohio. I'm going to pick Ohio correctly. Then it says choose Georgia. I'm going to choose wrong. I'm going to pick, accidentally click on Missouri. Okay, and it will tell you picked Missouri instead of Georgia. So right now I have 2 right out of 3, and I have 47 more states to try. So I want you to complete as many as you can. Just guess and do the best you can. That's how you learn. And as you go through the game, at the end, I want you to record how many states you got correct on your tracker with the date. So just do the best you can as you go through the game. And I want you to complete the whole thing. Do it as many times as you can until we move on to the next activity, because we will be testing your knowledge of the states. Please raise your hand if you have any difficulty or trouble during this video and let us know what help we can provide to you. Thank you.